Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are feeling energetic and the same energy will continue throughout this session. Respected Group Director Sir, Honorable Judges, esteemed faculty member, and my dear friends, I warmly welcome you all in today's presentation session. I am Rupali and along with my friends, I am here to present our topic from Bihar to Boardroom, Top Business Success Story. Before we begin, let me ask you a simple question. What comes to your mind when you hear the word Bihar? Bihar represents a rich heritage, vibrant culture, quality education, hardworking people, and exceptional talent. Bihar is the one of the oldest and most significant state of India. From ancient seat of learning Nalanda University to great personality like Chanakya and Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Bihar has played a remarkable role in shaping the nation. But today, Bihar is not only known for its history and culture, it is becoming the center of innovation, idea, businesses, and industry. Today, different group will present the inspiring story of Alchem Laboratory, Digital Labor Chalk, English Yari, Jhaj Store, SIS, and the Vedanta Group. This organization represent different sectors such as healthcare, education, services, educations, and the industry. Their journey demonstrates how vision, innovation, idea, and the leadership can transform idea into a successful enterprises. Now, I request each and everyone to appreciate our participant because appreciation builds the confidence and confidence builds the leaders. Now, it is time to witness the hard work, research, creativity, and the presentation skill of our MBA talented student. With this, I invite the first group to come to stage and present their presentation. The other group will follow in sequence. I wish all the very best to each and every participant. Thank you so much. Now, the group first, Alchem Laboratory will come on the stage. Thank you.
Business growth and personal development are pursued with equal passion, where excellence is a way of life. Alchem was founded by Mr. Samprada Singh and Mr. Basudev Narain Singh on the strength of their grit and determination. Hailing from a small agricultural family in Bihar, Mr. Samprada Singh was the first graduate in his village. Initially starting with a medical store, he moved into the distribution and ultimately the manufacturing of drugs under Alchem Labs, establishing an identity for Indian drugs in a market dominated by foreign companies. Since inception, Alchem has achieved steady growth through strong manufacturing, research, brand building, and international expansion through strategic investments and partnerships.
Alchem Laboratories is one of the companies that helps millions of people to live their life healthier. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Gaurav Vishal and I am here along with my teammates Saurav, Sonal, and Muskan, and we are here to give the presentation on Alchem Laboratories. But before that, let me ask you a question. Have you all ever thought who makes the medicine we use every day? I hope it would be probably more than 100 companies, but one of the company would be Alchem Laboratories. Today we will learn how Alchem Laboratories, an Indian pharmaceutical company, became a global pharmaceutical company while operating in more than 40 plus countries. Since we all know healthy people makes the nation healthier and trusted medicines make it possible. Alchem is one of the trusted companies that makes medicine to the welfare of the customers. Now let's move on to the presentation. Alchem Laboratories is one of the biggest and famous pharmaceutical companies in India. It was founded by Mr. Samprada Singh and Mr. Vasudev Narayan Singh in 1973. Alkem headquarters is located in Mumbai. Alkem makes their product for different health problems like fever, cough, diabetes, infection and heart disease. They make their product at a very affordable price for the welfare of the customers. They sell their product in India as well as the other countries like USA, Kenya and Europe. Alkem has more than 20 manufacturing units and R&D centers in India. Alkem believes in quality and continuous innovation of the product. Some of their major products are Clavum 625, which is an antibiotic, Taximo, also an antibiotic used for the treatment of typhoid, Pandi, which is an antacid, and A to Z multivitamin. Alkem is considered is one of the famous and biggest pharmaceutical companies in India. Now Saurabh will continue further.
Thank you, Gaurav. Now let's talk about the CEO of Alkem Laboratories. The CEO of Alkem Laboratories, Dr. Vikas Gupta. He completed his MBBS from the University College of Medical Science, New Delhi. A very talented, dynamic and experienced leader in the health industries. Before joining Alkem, he worked with many famous pharmaceutical companies such as Cipla, Glenmark and Ranbaxy. He joined Alkem in the year 2023. Under his leadership, Alkem Laboratories improved its business growth, research activity and international market presence. His contribution helped Alkem become one of the leading pharmaceutical companies in India. Thank you. I would like to hand over the presentation to Sonal.
Thank you, Saurabh. Now let's talk about financial position and growth. Alkem Laboratory has become one of India's top pharma company over the last couple of years. Their first quarter revenue grew steadily by 11%, which reflects its strong market performance. This consistency shows that the company is financially independent, international reputation. Now coming to their international sales. They're standing tall in international market with overseas sale growing by over 26%. In fact, their top product have crossed $200 million in annual sales. This global growth has helped Alkem strengthen its brand and continue to international reputation. Lastly, let's talk about US FDA compliance. The United States Food and Drug Administration, Alkem Daman factory, recently in this year raised 7 observations in the Form 483. The company is already working on fixing these issues quickly since this factory is crucial for their United States export and growth. Now Muskan will take the charge.
Thank you, Sonal. Let's talk about the future plans and vision. The company is growing fast in India and many other countries because of its hard work, innovation and customer trust. Under the leadership of CEO Dr. Vikas Gupta, the Alkem Laboratory has continued to grow and achieve success in their pharmaceutical industry. Overall, the company is growing fast in India and many other countries because of its hard work, innovation and customer trust. Also, they focus to become a global leadership in their pharmaceutical industry by providing affordable, innovative and high-quality healthcare solutions to people around the world. If you talk about the challenges, the company faces many challenges like a strong competition, rising production cost, a strict regulation and supply chain management. Continuous global expansion. Thank you. This is all about the Alkem Laboratories.
In 2020, a young man from Bihar, Chandrasekhar Mandal, saw hundreds of laborers waiting at a labor chalk during heavy rain in Delhi. While he stood safely in his office, he saw laborers fighting over shelter. That moment changed his entire perspective. Growing up in Darbhanga, Bihar, he had seen his own relatives struggle to find daily work. Then came the lockdown. Images of migrant workers walking hundreds of kilometers home made him ask one question. If LinkedIn exists for white-collar jobs, then why not for labor? So he quit his job and built Digital Labor Chalk, a platform where workers can create profiles, showcase their skill, and connect directly with the employers. No waiting on roads, no middleman, just opportunities. Today, the platform has helped over 1 lakh workers find steady jobs and income. One idea, one problem, and a man from Bihar who decided to change lives.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Riya Raj along with my team members Samreen, Nishant, and Anushka. Today we are here to give a brief detail about digital labor chalk. So, have you ever seen the labor chalk, which are very common at different towns, where hundreds of workers are waiting in the extreme weather conditions like excessive heat and cold? Meanwhile, after this much struggle, many of them return home without money. So, Digital Labor Chalk was established on 28th of October 2020 in the mid of the pandemic. It was founded by Chandrasekhar Singh Mandal, that is a native of Darbhanga, Bihar. So let's understand about what is Digital Labor Chalk. It is an online platform that connects hundreds of workers with employers through digital technology. So Digital Labor Chalk basically a modern version of traditional labor chalk where daily wage workers gather to find job. Now Samreen will continue the further explanation.
Thank you, Riya, for a brief introduction. Digital Labor Chalk operates a digital platform for blue-collar and construction workers that connects job providers on one side and workers on another side. This platform follows both business-to-business and business-to-consumer models. First, we talk about business-to-business models. In this model, it connects builders, supervisors, and construction companies with skilled and semi-skilled workers based on their specific project needs. Second, we talk about business-to-consumer models. In these models, it helps individual customers and homeowners to hire a worker even for a day. For example, if a household needs a plumber, an electrician, or a painter for just one day, they can open the app and find a local worker instantly by entering their PIN code and areas. One of the most notable feature is it eliminates the middleman, that is thekedar. As earlier, workers have to depend on intermediaries or waited at labor chalk to obtain a daily work. Digital Labor Chalk enables digital hiring through digital job matching, makes hiring more faster, more transparent, and more reliable for both workers and employers. Overall, Digital Labor Chalk is a smart business model that creates a direct link between labor supply and labor demand. Now, I hand it over to Nishant to explain history and revenue of Digital Labor Chalk.
Thank you, Samreen. Now let's talk about the history and growth of Digital Labor Chalk. The journey of Digital Labor Chalk started from 2020 in Darbhanga, Bihar. The major milestone and the starting of this project was started from 2022 when the company launched its pilot project across Bihar and Delhi NCR. A major milestone came in this company when the company won the MIT Global Soft Challenge in year 2024, gaining the international recognition for its innovative solution. Today in 2026, the company is generating very good revenue and trying to serve more than 250,000 registered workers. Let's talk about the revenue model of Digital Labor Chalk. There is mainly two main revenue model for the Digital Labor Chalk. First is subscription revenue and second is SaaS premium. In subscription revenue, the corporate world and the real estate companies pay regular fee to operate and use the verified workforce on Digital Labor Chalk. Digital Labor Chalk has shows a very impressive growth rate of 928% and generated more than 64.1 lakh as a revenue. As you can see, the major chunk of the profit come from corporate premium fees, that is 70%, and 30% revenue come from corporate subscription. Now, Anushka will explain onboarding process.
Thank you, Nishant. Now I will explain how Digital Labor Chalk connects with workers and employer through a simple onboarding process. For workers, the journey starts with app registration using OTP. After they can complete their profile, select their skills and verify their Aadhaar, they can easily receive job opportunities from nearby location. For employers, the process begins with creating a business profile, then their project details such as location, supervisor details. After entering a required number of workers and wage details, they can easily hire a verified worker through this platform. Now Chandrasekhar Mandal's vision proved that world-class digital innovation doesn't come from Silicon Valley, it can come from the heartland of Bihar. Thank you. That's all about Digital Labor Chalk.
Now, I would like to call the group third, English Yari, for their presentation.
हुआ है, आपको आंसर पता होता है पर मीटिंग में बोल नहीं पाते। आइडिया स्ट्रांग होते हैं पर डिलीवरी वीक रह जाती है। प्रॉब्लम इंग्लिश नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम है रियल टाइम थिंकिंग। जब तक आप इंग्लिश में सोचोगे नहीं, आप कॉन्फिडेंटली बोल नहीं पाओगे। सिंपल फिक्स, रोज 1 मिनट किसी भी टॉपिक पर बोलना स्टार्ट करो। नो पॉज, नो ओवर थिंकिंग। मीटिंग्स में कॉन्फिडेंस ऐसे ही बिल्ड होता है, प्रैक्टिस से, नॉट परफेक्शन से। स्टॉप हेजिटेटिंग, स्टार्ट स्पीकिंग। जॉइन इंग्लिश यारी।
Good afternoon everyone. I am Asta Kumari with our team member Harsh, Neeru and Keth. Today our group is going to give a presentation on English Yari, one of the fastest edutech startup from Bihar. We all know English communication is very important for education, jobs and interview. Hence, many students feel shy and lack of confidence while speaking English. English Yari was solved this problem by providing simple, practical and friendly way. The journey of English Yari to show that English communication has improved by simple way. Now English Yari help thousands of learners to improve their communication skills and build their confidence. In this presentation, we will discuss history, founder, growth, achievement, working process, service and conclusion. Now the further slide is explained by Harsh.
Thank you, Asta. Now we will talk about the history and formation of English Yari. 3 friends from Muzaffarpur Institute of Technology founded English Yari in 2021 with just rupees 1300 to help students to improve English communication. In 2023, they generate rupees 1 lakh monthly revenue to create into a fast rise edtech startup in 2025. Now we will talk about the founders of English Yari. Vikas Gupta, the CEO of English Yari, and Sandeep Kumar Singh, the CFO of English Yari, and Piyush Sekhar, the CMO of English Yari. They run Apni Yari Education Private Limited, based in Gurugram and registered office in Lakhisarai, Bihar. Now, Neeru will take the charge.
Thank you, Harsh. I am going to tell you about English Yari growth and services and how it's work. In 2020-25, the company raised around 1 crore rupees in funding. It has conducted more than 5 lakh sessions and helped over 25,000 learners. This achievement shows the company is growing very fast and becoming successful in the field of English learning. Now the next slide explains service and facilities provided by English Yari. English Yari provides many useful services for the student and business professional. It offers live one-to-one English speaking session and business English training. The company also helps in interview preparation, public speaking and presentations skills. The platform provides session recording and Twitter feedback to build their student the confident, better and fast. Now the next slide explains how to use English Yari. Use of English Yari is very easy and simple. First, user can join through the app and website. Then they book a session with a tutor. After that, they attend regular English speaking classes because we all know that practice is very important in the learning. At the end of the session, they get instant feedback to build their confidence and performance. Overall, English Yari help many learners in English communication skills in the very easy and modern way. Thank you so much. And now, next slide will explain by Ankit.
Thank you, Neeru. Now I am explaining the conclusion. To conclude all the points, English Yari is a great example of how a small idea can become a successful with hard work and dedication. It started with small investment and it has helped thousands of people to improve their communication skills and build confidence. It is making learning easy, affordable, useful for students and professionals across India through live one-to-one sessions, expert tutors and practical learning methods. English Yari is building confidence and creating better career opportunities. Its journey and its success inspire young entrepreneurs to follow their dream and create a positive impact on society. This is all about English Yari. Thank you.
Thank you, English Yari Group. Now, Group 4, Jhaji will come to the stage.
From our kitchen Ifrin to every home, we bring the taste of tradition.
In the heart of Bihar, where traditions live in every home and every flavor tells a story, there is a brand that carries the soul of Darbhanga to the world, Jhaji Store. What begins as a simple idea soon becomes a moment rooted in culture, authenticity, and empowerment. Here, pickles are not just products, they are memories preserved in jar, crafted with recipes passed down through generations. Every ingredient is carefully selected, every spice is blended with precision, and every jar carries the warmth of homemade taste. Behind this journey are the women of Bihar, skilled, hardworking, and deeply connected to their traditions. For many village women, Jhaji Store has become more than a workplace. It has become a source of independence, dignity, and opportunity. From cutting fresh vegetables to mixing traditional spices to patiently preparing every batch, their dedication gives life to each flavor. Whether it is the fairy chili pickles, the tangy mango achar, or the rich handmade chutneys, every bite reflects the authentic taste of Mithila. Today, Jhaji Store stands as a symbol of how traditions and entrepreneurship can grow together. A taste of Bihar made with love and shared with the world.
Shruti, Sumit, and Ravi Ranjan standing here to give a presentation on Jhaji Store, the taste of Mithila. Jhaji Store is a Bihar-based food startup that is famous for giving the quality and pure traditional pickles and homemade food products. It is popular. It became to the customers with social media and e-commerce. It is started by Mrs. Kalpana Jha and Mrs. Uma Jha with very small startup in Darbhanga. It is started in the year of 2020 in the period of COVID-19 where all the companies faces very difficulties to run their businesses. Moving to the next slide, mission and vision of Jhaji Store. The mission of Jhaji Store is to deliver an authentic taste of Mithila while supporting women empowerment, girls' education systems with creating multiple job opportunities. It gained popularity after appearing on Shark Tank India, which is very great opportunity. The vision of Jhaji Store is to make a brand company famous across all over the countries and build a strong trusted brand, but not only in India but also globally. Moving to the next section, I would like to call Shruti for explain further.
Thank you, Amisha. Now, I would like to talk about the business journey of Jhaji Store. As we know that the company was established during the COVID period in 2020 as a small homemade pickle business in Darbhanga, Bihar. In 2021, the company appeared on Shark Tank India and asked Rs 50 lakh for 2.5% equity. In the year of 2022, the company online sales increased very fast and customer trust also became stronger. In the year of 2023, the company opened a new warehouse for faster delivery. And from the year of 2024 to 26, the company continued expanding across India with more customers. Today, it is becoming a popular homemade food brand in India. Now let's discuss about the product offered and speciality of Jhaji Store. The company mainly deals in pickles, chutneys and murabba. Their products are special because they give a real homemade taste and are made using traditional Mithila recipes. They use natural ingredients and focus on hygienic packaging. It also has a woman-led startup which creates a strong connection with customers and it inspires women to start their businesses. It has a various positive customer reviews because of its good quality and taste. It also has a strong repeat customer base which shows the trust of the brand and satisfaction with the customers. Now Sumit will continue.
Thank you, Shruti. Now I am explaining business model used by Jhaji Store. Direct to consumer, directly sell product to consumer without middleman. Revenue source, online products sell. Repeat customer, premium homemade pickle pricing. Sales channel, official websites, e-commerce platforms, social media platforms. Target customer, people who prefer health, homemade food, health conscious consumer, customer looking for authentic Bihar taste. Next slide is about marketing strategy and major challenges. Marketing strategy, strong social media impact. They usually using social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Storytelling branding using founder's journey. influencer and food blogger promotion, Shark Tank India publicity, focus on authentic homemade branding, customer review and word of mouth marketing. Major challenges: limited initial funding, competition from big brands like Priya and Patanjali, building customer trust in online food, scaling production while maintaining quality, logistics, delivery and management, high digital marketing competition. Now further slides will be explained by Ravi.
Thank you, Sumit. Net worth analysis of Jhaji Store. Moving on to financial highlights of Jhaji Store, let's look at the current net worth and valuation breakdown of Jhaji Store. The company currently values at 66.2 crores, in which founders holds a major piece of the pie with the 61.3% of ownership stakes, which translates to a value of 40.2 crores. The company raised their total fundings 1.3 crores, which shows strong growth and high equity retention for the founders. Financial growth of Jhaji Store. They started with their initial investment of rupees 10 lakhs and closed their first financial year with 11 lakhs of revenue. From there, the business took off and revenue jumped to 75 lakhs in the following year and skyrocketed to 2 crores in the financial year 2022 to 2023. Today, they are maintaining their strong momentum while exceeding their monthly sales more than 25 lakhs, and which represents of massive 400% of business growth. They achieved this efficiency and impact while cutting their operational cost by 30%. Most importantly, this financial success allowed them to generate a meaningful revenue for the local women of Darbhanga. Now moving on to next slide. Future growth of Jhaji Store. They want to expand their product range, increase online sales, expand warehouses and distribution. They want to enter international markets, increase product quality, create more jobs for the local women. Future goals of Jhaji Store. They want to become a leading pickle brand in India. They want to promote the Mithila food culture, maintain quality and purity, increase revenue and profitability, strengthen customer trust. They want to expand global presence in the world.
So, it's all about Jhaji Store. Thank you.
Thank you, Jhaji Store. The fifth group of SIA Group, please come on stage and continue your presentation.
In 1971, when Bangladesh was formed, the Indo-Pak War took place. I was a working journalist. I was a war correspondent. After the war ended, when I came to Patna and started working again, Jayaprakash Narayan's JP movement started at the same time. He said that you should do this. Industries need good employees, and these poor people need jobs. You become a bridge. When this work started increasing, then a formal organization of ASIS was formed. Even though I did not want to, I respected JP so much that I could not refuse. So I became an entrepreneur. And today this organization is number one not only in India, but in the whole of Asia.
Today we are here to present the presentation of the rise of SIS enterprises. First point is Zensis. 1974, founder officially registered in 1974 by Ravind Kishore Sinha, began its operation from a small office, Patna, Bihar. Second point is investment. From rupees 250 startup in Patna, small startup to create a global security giant, a timeline vision of growth, retailness expansion. So the next slide is the core mission. Where Ravind Kishore Sinha was the launch, primary mission was deeply rooted in social responsibility and discipline. The core objective was recruiting defense personnel and ex-army soldiers. By doing so, SIS aimed to provide reliable security service across Bihar. So further slide explained by Karamveer.
Thank you, Suraj. So let's start with first phase. Small Security Agency 1974 to 1985. Primary focus, the only aim was to find structured job for ex-army soldiers who has completed their service for the nation. Second, local demand. They initially captured the local demand by providing well-trained guards to the local businesses across Patna and surrounding areas. Building trust. They established a formidable reputation as the most trusted security agency within a straight border of Bihar. Second phase, Pan-India expansion, 1985 to 2007. First, they break the regional borders and the company decide to expand their highly operational model outside of Bihar to Pan-India scale. Second, they focus on diversification and move beyond basic guarding to provide highly specialized services. Second, as the part of this expansion, they launched cash logistics to provide secure cash handling for the financial institutions. Finally, they entered in a corporate space with facilities management, comprehensive facilities, and industrial security management offering. So, further slide will explained by Harsh.
Thank you, Karan. Let's look at phase 3 of their journey, where we called Going Global between 2007 to 2017. In 2007, they shifted from the traditional guidance to the advanced security system. In 2008, they acquired a sub-security in Australia for the multinational footprint. In 2017, they successfully listed their IPO in Indian Stock Exchange for the aggressive future growth. As you can see in phase 4, since 2017, they hit a 10,000 crore of revenue and completely transform their organization. As well as they also upgrade from the basic guidance to the high-tech and advanced security solution. And now Vivek will explain.
Thank you, Harsh Aryan. SIS Group serves clients near 300 companies out of 500 Fortune companies in India. It is the only security company which is listed in both National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange. They received awards like Best Man Guarding Company of the Year and Business Super Brands India Award. It shows the reputation, legacy over 50 years, and all employees are honest and disciplined. In today's time, SIS provides services like e-surveillance and security manpower, cash logistics and facility management. From a 250 rupees of investment, it becomes India's top security and facility management and second provider client in terms of cash logistics. The vision of this company by 2030 is to reach 2,20,000 crore annual revenue and 5 lakh employees. The innovative ideas that they can apply in facility management, that is green cleaning services. It's all about SIS Group. Thank you so much.
Thank you, SIS Group. Now, our last group, Vedanta, will come on stage.
Great nations are not built in a day, nor are they built of one element alone. They rise from the powerful dreams of their citizens, but it's metals that give them their glorious form. India, powerful and progressing, fueled by incredible dreams and powerful resources. And Vedanta is powering India's growth story. We have a global base, but an Indian heart. The second largest zinc producer in the world. We hold primary interests in aluminium, copper, lead, silver, power, oil, gas, and iron ore. We are India's largest mining and non-ferrous metals company.
Now it's all about Vedanta, which is biggest natural resource company of India. It was started by a young man from Bihar. Its headquarters is located at Mumbai. Vedanta works in various sectors like metal, mining, crude oil and energy. The company operates in different countries like South Africa, Australia, Namibia, Ireland, and various others. The story of Vedanta is very inspiring, and Vedanta plays a vital role in India's industrial development. It was started by a young man from Bihar. Now it has become a huge company worth lakhs of crores. Now Tushan will continue.
Thank you, Ritu. In 1973, a 19-year-old boy arrived in Mumbai from Patna with 500 rupees and big dream. Initially, he started scrap metal business where he purchased old metal scrap from home, shop, small factory, extract metal from it and sell to other consumer. None other than Mr. Anil Agarwal sir. In 1976, he secured 50 lakh rupees from bank as a loan and acquired Samsay Sterling Corporation and jump into manufacturing world. In 1986, he founded Sterlite Industry, which manufacture metal cable like copper, aluminium, and sold all over India. While doing this business, he realized that the fluctuating rate of raw material impact on profit. To counter that, he found copper smelter in 1993. In 2003, Vedanta listed on London Stock Market. It's become India's first company which listed on London Stock Market. In 2001, Vedanta acquired Balco, and everyone was shocked how one private company acquired government entity. Next year, in 2002, Vedanta acquired Hindustan Zinc, and Vedanta major of profit come from Hindustan Zinc. In 2011, Vedanta acquired Crane India, which refine oil and gases. On 15 June 2026, Vedanta announced demerger and split into 5 companies: Vedanta Aluminium Metal, Vedanta Oil and Gas, Vedanta Limited, Vedanta Iron and Steel, and Vedanta Power. Now, Ashna will continue.
Vedanta is one of India's most diversified natural resource company. Its highest revenue comes from zinc, lead and silver contributing 35%, followed by aluminium at 25%, oil and gas at 20%, iron ore and steel at 10%, while others contributing 10%. This diversification shows how Vedanta stays stable during market fluctuation. Now let's see how this diversification reflected in its financial performance. So, the company reported revenue around 1.43 lakh crore. This number shows Vedanta's highest operational efficiency and strong market performance. Despite its strong market performance, it comes with equally significant challenges. So the company faced 3 major challenges. First is debt burden with liabilities exceeding $12 billion. Second is ESG scrutiny due to environmental and regulatory concerns. Third is geopolitics as global market fluctuations affect the performance. So, Vedanta is double-edged sword, strong in scale but challenged by debt, sustainability issues and external uncertainties. Now, Ritu will continue.
Thank you, Ashna. Now I will discuss the future roadmap of Vedanta. Vedanta wants to reduce pollution and become net zero by 2050, and by 2030 Vedanta used to more green energy and saves more water. Through Nanghar project, Vedanta helps 70 million children and women And this development of Vedanta and these future goals of Vedanta shows that it not only focuses on business but also focuses on environmental development and growth. Now I would like to conclude our presentation. Vedanta Group has grown from a small metal trading business into one of the India's leading diversified natural resource company. Through strategic acquisition, a strong leadership and continuous expansion, the company has built a strong presence across multiple sectors despite challenges such as environmental concerns, and the company remains committed to focuses on sustainability and long-term growth and contribute their part in India's economy and development. That's all about Vedanta. Thank you.
Thank you, Vedanta Group. Now, once again, a very good afternoon, everyone. I am Harshita. Hope you found this presentation helpful and informative. It is my privilege to deliver the concluding note for today's seminar. As we draw the curtains on today's seminar, we have witnessed a remarkable journey through the corporate landscape of Bihar. Today was not just about presentations and slides, but about understanding the immense potential, innovation, and entrepreneurial spirit of our state. Throughout this session, we learned important management values like effective communication, decisive leadership, teamwork, and confident decision making. Every group showcased dedication, creativity, and vision for the future. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our respected group director sir, and our special guest Rakesh Kumar sir, honorable faculty members, and especially our marketing professor Dr. Rachna Chauhan ma'am, who provided us this valuable platform. I also thank all the participants and my fellow students whose hard work and teamwork made this seminar successful. To all my friends and future leaders here today, let us continue this spirit of learning, confidence, and growth as we move forward in our career. With this, I officially conclude today's seminar. Thank you all for your presence, patience, and participation. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, it was a very difficult day today. All my gems were there. They have taken participation in presentation program. They were all very good. I'm proud of all of you. You all have been very excellent, very nice. I mean, I am very. It is very difficult for me to judge who was better and who was not. So, anyways, coming to the conclusion, we have results. I have result with me. First, I will declare the result of first three companies who won the presentation, overall presentation. Number one, any guessing? Yes, number one is Vedanta. Number two, SIS. Number two is SIS. Third is English Yari. So please, I welcome our first group, Vedanta, over the stage. Please come. Now I'll invite our chief guest, Dr. Rakesh Singh sir, to please come and give award to our students. Now we also have one Best Presenter Award for the Vedanta group, and it goes to Ashna. Now I'll invite second winner, that is English Yari. And the best presenter in English Yari, there is a tie, Harsh and Neeru both. Now I'll invite the third group, that is SIS. Congratulations, you all have done very well. And the best presenter is Karamveer. Well, we also have best presenter for other groups. We have for Elcom we have Gaurav. Congratulations, Gaurav. Best presenter for digital labor group is Anushka. Best presenter for Jhaji Store is Shruti. And another award is for Harshita for conclusion what she has given in presentation. Now to conclude this wonderful program, our chief guest, Rakesh Singh sir, thank you so much for coming and giving your precious time and making this day a very memorable day. My thanks to all the judges, faculties, my dear students. Well, trust me, you all have the potential to be exceptional storyteller. I believe that all my students who participated today were all excellent and very good. It's just matter of few marks and few points that all of you could not get the awards. And I'm incredibly proud of how far you have come from day one till today. I still remember when we started, we were struggling with various things, and today it was so wonderfully done. And I'm proud of every one of you. Thank you so much.